Welcome.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Hi there, I am Mike Matthews, broadcasting from Café Anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley, the last place on earth in the land of Ameritopica.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Broadcasting from Café Anyway, it's FF episode 3291, and Mike Matthews here, and I partially am blinded by the sun. The sun is coming into Café Anyway and blinding me, but that's all right. I'm singing this song. I'm not singing about late night people. Byron Allen. Wow.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Oh, by the way, we'll hear from Benita, the rodeo queen, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster in a little bit. Byron Allen.
Mike's
I think after, the aliens.
Podcast.
Wait, I shouldn't say that because there's all this talk about UFOs and everything these days, and that Steven Spielberg movie, all this stuff. So I'll just avoid that. Let's just say someday when we're all gone, Byron Allen will still be around. When I was in college, staying up late at night, because I was such a night owl, I'd do all my work late at night. And I would turn on the television. There was Byron Allen. Byron Allen would always show up. When I was a kid, he was on the show called Real People with Sarah Purcell and Skip, was it Skip Stevenson? Skip something. Oh, they were all, and Mark Russell, the guy that played the piano and sang all those political songs. All those guys, they were on that show. It was funny. It was political. It talked about people, human interest stories. It was a little mix of all kinds of stuff, which later kind of morphed into That's Incredible. Remember with Kathy Lee Crosby? Was it Kathy Lee Crosby? And Frank Tarkenton? And John Davidson? Am I getting any of these names right? He was the Canadian, right? That threw a fit in the 70s and walked off a stage. My mom and her younger sister went to see a live taping of the John Davidson show, and apparently he threw a fit on stage. And, that's the problem.
And here's today's podcast picture.
When we lose people, my mom's gone, her younger sister's gone. I can't verify this story. I'm just thinking in the back of my head, I remember hearing this as a child. I wish I would have brought that up with my mom if she were still alive and her memory was all there and everything. But the podcast picture isn't of mom. No, we'll just take a picture of some beautiful horses that live in Podcastro Valley up in this area called Columbia. That's on this little mountaintop there in the area of Podcastro Valley. It's two horses named Princess and the other's named Maybell. The late great Basil the Boxer never met either of these horses, but the predecessors of these two horses was Emma and Dice. They got to know those two, but there they were. These horses are so nice. They come up to me now because I brought them carrots a few times, and I know their owner Rick, and he's really cool, and he's taught me a lot about horses. But I've never gone for a ride with these horses. Just have gone up and pet them, and always stay away from the backside of a horse for various reasons. One of them, that they can kick you and you can get seriously hurt. And then there's other things you need to avoid that are behind a horse.
Take back these statements and apologize.
I apologize if you get too close to a horse, what might happen to you. But these horses are awesome. Phrasing. But these awesome horses there. See a picture of them at mikesdailypodcast.com. If you would like to see the video of this particular podcast, you can go to mikesdailypodcast.com. It'll be up for about a day after this show is posted.
Aww.
Yeah.
How sweet.
Don't have a lot of time. So Byron Allen was on this show and later had his own show, the Byron Allen Show. I think it was what it was called. He is still around. He's 64. And when Stephen Colbert's Late Show goes off the air,
All I want to do is sit on a couch and eat corn chips.
And watch The Late Show. The Late Show that started with David Letterman back in the mid-90s, early 90s. When that show ends after its 3-decade run, or should I say over 3-decade run, it will be replaced by Byron Allen and a show called Comics Unleashed. which makes us all wonder, did we go back to the 80s? Have we just gone back in a time machine? Knocked things over as we reappeared in 1989, or maybe the Byron Allen show might have been early 90s. In any case, it was just, it was him interviewing people. Oh my gosh. I wonder if I can find this on YouTube. I'm not going to do it now. Maybe you can do it if you have time. Look up the Byron Allen interview with Tom Arnold. Tom Arnold and Byron are talking. I think this came out around.
Thanks for asking.
No, not that.
Super. Thanks for asking.
Not the South Park movie. Not when that came out. Much, much earlier. It was, I think, around the time not Total Recall. What was the one with Arnold, him and Jamie Lee Curtis? It was, because he couldn't remember who he was. I don't know. They all kind of molded together. Anyway, that movie. Oh, the spy one. He's a spy and he's keeping it hidden from Jamie Lee Curtis. That one. Okay.
If you're not able to do this, you can admit it. It's okay.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's totally okay to double check me, but I promise I'm doing my best.
Yep. These things lie.
The AI lies. That's why I'm not going to ask AI. I'm going to use my own eye intelligence to try and remember. Okay, it was the Arnold. So whatever this Arnold movie was, it had Tom Arnold in it. Arnold Schwarzenegger was in it, and Tom Arnold was in this movie. And Tom Arnold, in promoting the movie, went on this Byron Allen show, and Byron would just go and hang out with them and go places with them. Wouldn't just interview them in a studio.
I see what you mean, Sylvie.
Yeah. See, just avoid those chat GBTs. Just ridiculous, the amount of lying they do. Okay. No, but this is actual true. This actually happened in the actual intelligence. In the back of my mind, I'm remembering Byron Allen interviewing Tom Arnold, and Chris Farley shows up as we go outside a Café Anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in podCastro Valley, the last place on earth in the land of Ameritopica. Chris Farley shows up and they start talking. Now Byron Allen's interviewing Chris. And, Byron has been a friend to the comedian for a long time, all through the years. The ups and downs, the big times for the comedians in the 80s. That was the high point. Some of the 90s, and then it started crashing, got really bad. Then people were able to post their stand-up on YouTube and get their own followings, and Netflix got interested and started giving people their HBO gave, of course, way back, people their little concerts, their stand-up concerts that later were put on Comedy Central. But I remember when Byron was with Tom Arnold and Chris Farley.
Latina Uzi.
No, Latina Uzi wasn't there. But Chris Farley, Tom Arnold made a joke at Chris Farley's expense. I don't know what it was. And Chris Farley says, and you remember that loud, overly loud voice that you just don't know how Chris did it? He just summoned something from down deep inside where he would just do that really loud voice, like you're going to end up in a van down by the river voice. He said something to Tom Arnold like, "I will destroy you," in this big Chris Farley voice. And it is so fun to watch. And it was shocking because he could take it from a 0 to a 12 instantly. Now, Byron Allen will try and find us another fascinating comedian to enjoy, I guess. Because CBS.
Great soundtrack.
The great soundtrack. Nah. That sounds like a great soundtrack. Thanks for pointing that out, sir. And actually, that sir is Rob Black. I produce his podcast. He's heard on AM 1220, KDOW, weekdays at 5 p.m. And he's on Cron TV Monday through Thursday in the 9 o'clock hour in the morning. And he got me this information here. Byron Allen's Allen Media Group will take over the weeknight time slot that CBS has. This Comics Unleashed is a
You're
panel
a very
show.
rude person. The way you treat Sarah Huckabee is horrible. And the way you treat other people are horrible. You shouldn't treat people that way.
I think you're talking about someone else because I've never met Sarah Huckabee. But Comics Unleashed is a panel show hosted by Byron Allen. And we shall see how it goes. I know Stephen Colbert has some big fans, a big audience that will just be, I don't know if they're going to go for Byron Allen, but we'll see. I have a feeling, I may be wrong, but I have a feeling Byron Allen is a lot less controversial. It's funny to think that Stephen Colbert is controversial because he came from the world of The Daily Show. And yeah, some of his news stories would be a little bit on the whoa side, but I don't think of him as controversial. And when he did his Colbert
Mike,
Report.
Take care. Thank you. Good to see you again.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thanks for stopping by Café Anyway. His Colbert Report was him trying to be fake like he was a right-wing talk show host and making fun of that. But still, never thought of him as controversial. Toby Keith was on his show, for crying out loud. Aw, Toby. On my desk, I've got a list of things I got to do today. Gotta say hi to my neighbors. Gotta sweep the floor. Great song, My List. I can't remember a single lyric from it, but that was a great song. Under an old pencil weight, list of things for me to do today. How come I've heard that song 1,000 times and I can't remember the lyrics? This is the weird thing about being a DJ. Don't laugh. Stop. When I was on the radio all those years, and I'm coming up on 40 years in radio, I could never remember. Some songs I would not be able to remember the lyrics to, even though I had heard them thousands and thousands and thousands of times. Well, back to vehicles that have been purchased in Montana by Californians, known as the Montana Loophole. Several luxury cars since 2018, like there was a $1.8 million McLaren and a $1.26 million Ferrari.
Oh, yes. I know all about how to spot microaggressions and root out privilege.
But can you root out this Montana loophole? By purchasing vehicles in sales tax-free Montana, Californians are able to buy like a Dodge that's over $2 million. That would be over $2 million in Golden State levies. These California loophole people, well, it's the Montana loophole, but some of California's richest cheapos are able to swoop in and buy expensive vehicles there. And there's inflation happening all over when it comes to tomatoes. Tomato prices jumped almost 16% last month and are up over 23%, almost 23% from a year ago. Tomatoes.
Why do they always interrupt our snacking?
Are you snacking on tomatoes?
You're a demon.
You know, it was once upon a time thought that tomatoes should not be eaten. They were thought of as an ornamental fruit. You weren't supposed to eat them. People didn't trust them. And then all of a sudden they're being used and there's marinara sauce and the Italians are making all these amazing meals out of tomatoes. And then we, of course, eventually started eating them here in America and enjoying them. Ooh! I did mention the Lucy. Oh, and I'm so sorry I wasn't there yesterday for the wonderful fun that took place at Café Anyway, but we were out. Yes, we were out because it was a very special day and we had to take it off. Yes, it was 420 day.
With fire, fury, and frankly power, the likes of which this world has never seen before.
Now that was Trump 1.0. 2.0, he still uses that fire and fury thing. Well, more the fury thing, as you know. But yeah, it was 420 day. You know the jokes. Yesterday, international celebration during which people come together to consume cannabis and advocate for its legislation. I want to tell you something. I've mentioned this before, but to me, I have never been interested in cannabis. Never. I was always able to avoid it in high school, even though everyone was at the Catholic high school I was at was partaking. I avoided it mainly because I cannot stand smoking of any kind because my parents both smoked. So, yeah, I was around it too much and I just never wanted to inhale anything. That was my thing. That anyway, for all the people that celebrated yesterday with 420, maybe even Mondami? Is it Mondami or Mondami? He was celebrating probably. Who knows? Maybe he was.
Mondani shows up. He's this young, handsome, charismatic guy who came out of nowhere and won big in the most important city in the world, Trump's hometown, no less. He walks in, he smiles, he shakes Trump's hand. Trump now looks over in the corner. He sees J.D. Vance. All sweaty and eager. And looks at you, he sees Stephen Miller sucking on his pinkies. And he looks around at all these weird, unattractive, AI-generated human vomits in his office. And he's like, why can't I have this Mamdani around? It's the classic opposites attract love story.
I don't know. Did I mention it was FF episode 3291, 3291? Well, I did mention I had not ever taken in any cannabis. However, I have had beer, and beer, the hops in beer is definitely in some ways connected to cannabis or to the hemp type
What
plants.
president ever talks like that? That's not who we are.
I don't know if he's talking like the way I just talked, but cannabis is widely acknowledged to be a simple plant that has complex effects on the human body. It contains chemicals known as cannabinoids. Those that campaign for cannabis to be more widely accepted and available point towards research that suggests that some of these cannabinoids, such as CBD, have valuable therapeutic effects on people experiencing chronic pain or undergoing chemotherapy.
What are you, nuts?
If you smoke it, either in vape form or the actual leaves being burned in a rolled paper-like contraption, I cannot stand the smell. Ugh. And I smell it all the time on BART and all over the Bay Area all the time. But the main thing, we weren't celebrating that yesterday. We were kind of celebrating National Cheddar Fries Day, which was yesterday. Interesting, it should be on the same day as 420 because of the munchies. But it was created by Snuffers Restaurant and Bar, which requires you to head over to their outlet and devour some scrumptious fries.
Plan. Watch here.
I guess they do this thing where they put cheddar on it. Not healthy, not good for you. I don't think it is. Oh, I heard Nicole Kidman talking about this. National Death Doula Day. If you do know what a doula is, you combine all those words and you can pretty much put in your mind what that is. And I have been, well, death is going to happen to us all. Sorry for the headline. I know. You know about it. We all know about it. That someday we have a 0 chance of survival getting out of this life. But there are no hearse with luggage racks, I guess is the best way to put that. But yes, I guess
what
some
in the
people.
world was that about?
I guess what it's about is some people are able to help people as they are living their last moments on this planet. And they are very interesting to talk to because they've seen how people expire in many ways. I'll just leave it at that. And that you should enjoy every moment of your life. You should treat it like it is the last day of your life. There's so much you can do today. You just need to get out there and do it. But it is Volunteer Recognition Day, and that is the main thing.
They have 150 to 200 gas pumps.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
All at Café Anyway.
Massive. It's like a Walmart-sized convenience store.
All at a Café Anyway.
And inside is anything you can imagine, food-wise, from burgers to barbecue to chicken.
So it's like a truck stop on steroids.
Oh, at least.
Sure, that's one way to call it that,
Maybe
yes.
Quadruple dose of steroids.
I'm surprised.
No, don't take a quadruple dose of steroids. Not a good suggestion. But Volunteer Recognition Day is observed every day, my dear, on April 20th, as the name suggests. Wow, I've never called my podcast listener a dear, but oh well. Hey, as the name suggests, it is a day to honor, recognize, and celebrate the selfless individuals who volunteer their time and energy to help others and promote good causes. I spent about a year volunteering at the Channel Islands Harbor Visitor Center. Why? Well, I moved to the Channel Islands area when I was just a teenager, and we moved out of the San Fernando Valley, out of Van Nuys, not the best neighborhood in Van Nuys. So to be able to move to the Channel Islands Harbor area, I was so happy to move to Oxnard. What a great place to go to. I was mid-teens. I met some really great people, and to give something back, I worked at a visitor center for a year. And the visitor center, in thanking me, they made me the Grand Marshal of the Christmas Parade in the Channel Islands Harbor. Well, there were two Christmas parades. There was one on a Friday night and one on a Saturday night. Wink Martindale was the Saturday night one, the big celebrity. He was so well known. I was just known in the Ventura County area for being on K-Hay in the evenings for 11 years. And the characters that you hear, the Café Anyway characters, some of them came from the show that I did called the Santa Fe Cafe that was on K-Hay. And the people were really cool there that were at the visitor. Sometimes you get someone walking in that would lecture you like, this place needs to have more information. I'm trying to find this and this and you don't know anything about it. Blah, 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 blah. But other times it was just very rewarding. And I remember I'd go in, there was a donut store underneath. It was an awful influence. And for a while I was addicted to eating donuts and drinking Coca-Cola with it. Or maybe it was Pepsi. Or maybe RC. I don't know. Some sort of bad sugary drink with a donut. And I was in my 20s and probably not doing good things for my body. Nowadays, I would not even touch that. But great times volunteering there at the visitor center. All right, what else did we have before we wrap up the show and say hi to Benita? Yeah, go eat a tomato, by the way. So many things you can do with a tomato. So delicious. I don't really want to talk about Super Mario Brothers, even though I am guessing that they're Italians and that because they have that accent and everything. But the Super Mario Galaxy movie enjoyed otherworldly success. Recently, the Universal, it's a combination, if you didn't know. It's not only Universal Studios, but Illumination worked on it too. The Illumination Studios. So I guess their total stands above $310 million, and its global is somewhere at $640 million. The sequel is only cost $110 million to produce. So 110, and they made back at least 4 times that. The other movies that did pretty well, You and Me in Tuscany with Halle Berry. And there's also Regé-Jean Page of Bridgerton fame is in that too. That made about $8 million in the box office. Probably made some more by the time you hear this. Oh, by the way, the movie is helping to power the Mario Galaxy thingy. Is helping to power box office momentum before the summer movie season officially begins, which is next month already. Can you believe it? Look who's here. Hi, Mac. It's Benita the rodeo queen. How y'all do? I brought my horse down.
And it's a disgruntled fiddle player. Tell you what.
What?
Why are they always making these dang movies about these video games? Who cares? I never played a video game. I don't know what it's like.
Well, believe it or not, for quite a while, Disgruntled Fiddle Player, the entertainment has not just come from your television sets and your movie screens or your radios or your podcasts or what have you, or your YouTube or your TikTok. It has come from the gaming world. So thus, some of these nostalgic based, I mean, Mario, the Mario Brothers, gosh, that goes back to the 80s. I remember as a kid playing Donkey Kong, and you were controlling one of the Mario Brothers to get to the big King Kong guy. And so barrels, they've jumped over so many barrels that people remember them and think, oh, that's great. But a chicken sandwich, a soft drink, and a bag of chips for under $7. That's how much people were paying at the Masters tournament in Augusta, Georgia. This big rich people, all the rich people. It's always rich people that are into golf. The ones with the big time money and the jets, and they make the big deals on the golf courses. Yet a full meal deal costs under $7. A beer only costs about $6. What are these prices from the 80s? Wow. There has not been a combo, a meal combo, a lunch combo that low. I don't think I've paid something that low since, well, at least 20 years back. Wow. Isn't that fantastic? That's happening, or that happened at the Masters tournament in Augusta, Georgia. The only reason why I would have gone to that, because golf bores me. Most sports bore me. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. Hey, look who else is here. Speaking of delicious drinks.
Oh, Mike, I make delicious root beer. Have to right now. Oh, boy, I make the root beer.
I think I should have a little bit just to not be rude. Oh, that is so good. How are things going in the basement?
Yeah, I'm down there in the basement, and I make the root beer, and people come down. I meet some people that are called doulas.
They're called what?
Doulas.
Wow, that's an interesting name. And they come and visit you, and that's nice, but you're not dead, so that's good, too.
Yeah, why would I be dead? Drink the root beer right now, I'll cut you.
Oh, boy. All right, well, what do you think about all of that? These things are fascinating that we've learned today. Here's the number to call.
Call Mike at the Café Anyway hotline. Area code 510-228-4640.
And just know that except for the occasional celebrities that stop by, the Winona Ryder, the HAL 9000, the Kit Carr, and what was the other one? Casey Kasem. Realize those are AI, but the rest of the show is not. There's no AI involved, and it is so easy now. I know some people that they do a podcast where they're pretty much talking the whole time. They will AI that thing. And I ain't ever going to AI this thing. No. For one thing, I don't want to type all this out and then just have a computer. I have fun talking to you. So why would I AI this? This is Mike Mike. This is the actual intelligence. That's the type of AI this is. That's questionable, I know. But it is actual intelligence. And thank you so much for listening to the show. And with all things having to do with Mike's Daily Podcast, we go to the mainframe and hear from A-Frame. Thank you for listening.
Thanks again. Thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.